Right. Okay, Lamai 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right. So that means we are clearly in the 13th week. That means 14th and 15th weeks are the last. Okay. This is common for the research methodology subject. This is common for the other subject as well. Hope you have completed the in my before the Miss Lily subject. Have you completed that one? That means 14, 15 being, and then the other subject, cooperative 14 might be some, the other plans might be there for the cooperative 14. I don't know about that subject. Only leadership completed. That means remaining 3 subjects. This is the timeline. We are in the 13th week. You have 2 more weeks, right, to complete the research proposal and other all the academic work for the 3rd year first semester. No. What you need to do is just do the whole presentation. So then you can, if there are extreme comments, I will comment on the presentation. So if not, you can take the approval and then go with the report submission. That's a normal process. Anyway, anyhow, after the presentation, you have to submit the report. That's a normal process. Right? Final presentation. So what I have already planned is to review your research topic today. So then you can prepare your research, the topic research presentation in very well in the structured manner. But we have less number of students. So therefore, anyway, anyhow, I will complete that students' research topics. Right? So then after reviewing, you can do the presentation, final presentation. After the presentation, if I approve the research topic, you can then do the report submission. That's normal process. And then හිටියානම් අපේ ළමයි මම පොඩ්ඩක් topics ටික review කරලා topics ටික හදනවා. ඔයාලට advice වෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ ඔයාලා next week එකේ report එක next week presentation එක 5 minutes කරනවා. ඊට පස්සේ ඔයාලට report එක submit කරන්න පුළුවන්. Research proposal. Right? That's the normal process. Okay. Hope it is clear for the online students also. So what we are doing is we'll complete the paper and then we'll review the topics. Just review in the sense I will go through your research topic and give the comment on your research topic. And then next week, you have to ready for the 5-minute presentation. 5-minute presentation, one slide is enough for your entire research presentation. One slide is enough. No need to design several slides for your research topic. This is fine. You want to do is if you want to have to explain what you are doing in your research proposal. And that is enough. The way what is the topic and then what kind of a problem that you have, what is your sample size and almost all the things, right? After that one, after the next week, so if I give the approval for your research topic, so then what you can do, you can design your research proposal and submit your research proposal as per the timeline. That's a normal process. Are you clear on students, online student? Is that clear to you all?
Madam, can
anyone respond me?
Can you hear me, madam?
There are 18 participants.
Hello, madam. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Sangini, okay. Can talk and let me know is that understandable or not?
Madam, hello, madam.
Aryaratna, Jayasingha, yes.
Hello, madam.
Okay. You also can be ready with your research topic. So then I will comment. Now it is 3:23. So we'll quickly complete the question number 4 and then almost we'll start the reviewing topics from 4 p.m. onwards until the 6 p.m. You also can present your research topic and then get reviews from me before the presentations, right? Okay. So we'll start quickly then the question number 4. I'm just reviewing your research topic today. I will just go through whether it is important or else whether that is worthwhile to conduct or else not. That is it. Sometime you might get the advices from Dr. Roshan as well. Doesn't matter. Based on the recommendations given by Dr. Roshan, you can do the presentation. It is not necessary to take the reviews from my end. That is not necessary. But your presentation, even you have get the advices from the Dr. Roshan or me, you have to do the presentation. That is compulsory. සමහර විට ඔයාලා මේ වෙනකොට ડોක්ටර් රොෂාන්ට රිසර්ච් ටොපික් එක පෙන්නලා ඇඩ්වයිසස් අරගෙන ඇති සමහරට ඔයාලට ගයිඩ් කරලා ඇති කමක් නැහැ ඒකට ගැටලුවක් නැහැ සර්ගේ කමෙන්ට්ස් අනුව හම්බුන ටොපික් එක ෆයිනලයිස් කරගත්ත රිසර්ච් ටොපික් එක ඔයාලට නෙක්ස්ට් වීක් එකේ ප්‍රසන්ට් කරන්න. That is not that much of a big presentation, Lamai. You just need to explain what you are doing in your research in the fourth period. Okay, we'll start the question number 4. What is it regards? Question number 4 that normally comes from the conceptualization and operationalization. Already almost you have discussed these things with your previous lecturer. I'm just refreshing your knowledge regarding the operationalization and then the conceptualization. So normally when it's come to research methodology paper, we know there might be an opening sentence regarding the question below question regarding the below question. So in this question number 4, the opening sentence is the study conceptualize key concepts theoretical and operationalize them into a measurable variables for a empirical research. The first question, it asks differentiate between concept and the variable. How to identify? What's the difference between concept and then the variable? What do you mean by a variable? Research variable. How many variables we have identified? Basically 2, independent and dependent. But sometimes you might learn moderator variables. Have you heard that one? Mediator variables. Neither. Moderators, mediators, control variables, and likewise as well. So all these are including the word variable. What do you mean by a variable? There are 2 famous things. This paper, right? Nipson paper. Yeah. Okay. What it does? Already question number 4, section 1, always for question number 4 marks. Previous paper also the same. This paper also the same. What it does? Briefly explain the operationalization of a research study. What do you mean by operationalize? What do you mean by operation? Medical science, what do you mean by submission? Same concepts is applied here. What is right? What do you mean by what do you mean by conceptualization? There is a 2 terms, right? There are 2 terms. First one is conceptualization, the other one is the operationalization. Conceptualization means you concept, right? Or you graphically illustrate what you are going to do in your research. You conceptualize, right? You graphically illustrate what you are going to do in your research. That is called as the conceptualization. Conceptualization means practically illustrate what the researcher graphically illustrates what the researcher expects to graphically illustrate what the researcher expect to doing the research. Expect to doing the research. Expect the things needed to be investigated in the research also, right? Expect the things needed to be investigated in the research. That's it. Okay. It's conceptualization. So what might be, what are the things that we are doing with the conceptualization? That is that we have to identify the variables, right? Write it down. In conceptualization researcher, in conceptualization researcher, in conceptualization researcher, command is fine. Command is like first one, identify the variables. Identify the variables. Draw the conceptual framework. Draw the conceptual framework. Third one, develop the hypotheses. Develop the hypothesis. Right. Next one, operationalization. Write it down. Operationalization means identify the indicators and measurements scales to apply in measuring the identified research variables. The identified research variables. The identified research variables for the study. For the study. Next point, operationalization can be presented as a table. And also can be presented as a table and also the measurements and also the measurement for the research variable. Should be extracted from. Previous previous research articles. Previous research articles. Previous research article. Example. Example. You write the research topic. The impact of depth structure. Depth structure on firm financial performance. Listed companies in Sri Lanka. Listed companies in Sri Lanka. Right? So we'll first conceptualize. This is your research topic. Now we'll conceptualize. How to conceptualize? You have to graphically illustrate, right? How to graphically illustrate? You identified your dependent variable and then you identified your independent variable and then you have to link these and show the research readers what we are doing. What is the independent variable here? Very simple. Depth structure. Right? Depth structure. Depth structure. What is the dependent here? Firm financial performance or financial performance. So if you go to the conceptualization, I will give three important things. What are three important things? You have to identify the variables and then draw the conceptual framework. This is our conceptual framework. What is the third part? Develop the hypothesis. Right? What might be the hypothesis here? H1 might be there is, very good. There is a significant impact of debt structure on firm financial performance. Financial performance. So this is the hypothesis. What is this? This is conceptualize. You conceptualize. First part. Next one, write it down. Operationalize. Next one, operationalized. What do you mean by operationalized? You have to identify the variable and then its measurements. Operationalization will be depend on the data type that you used, right? So we know this should be presented as a table, one of a major component in your research proposal. Operationalization might be depend on the type of data that you use. Might be sometime primary data, because sometime it might be secondary data. That is up to you, right? Based on the data type that you are using, operationalization table will depend. It's a table. First, you have to mention the variable. Variable. We'll start with the secondary type and then go to the primary. Variable. In our research, we have two variables. What those are? Independent variable and the other one, dependent variables. Sometimes some researchers might have different other variables, mediators, moderators as well. Then name it. Name of the variable. Independent variable, depth structure, and then dependent variable, financial performance. Name of the variable. In front of the variable, you have to mention the measurement. Measurement. How we can measure the depth structure? Depth structure normally we identify depth to equity ratio or depth ratio. Right now, you will mention depth ratio. In my research, when I'm collecting the data, how I can capture the depth, right? That is depth structure, measure. So then ratio. Depth structure ratio, depth ratio. Depth divided by value on the right. Right. Last column, it should be source. So source means this should be tested by someone else in previous researchers to measure the depth ratio. For example, we'll take Pamudi. Right? Pamudi in 2022, in her research to measure the depth structure, she has taken the depth ratio. If only Pamudi used, or if only is there a researcher use this ratio, you can have research measurement for your research. Unless otherwise, if anyone not tested, you can't use that measurement to your research. Right? Hope it is crystal clear. We'll do the financial performance as well. Most common measurement for the financial performance is ROA and ROE. Here we'll take ROA, right? How to calculate the ROE? We'll take the ROE. How to calculate the ROE? We know equals net income divided by other one, shareholders' equity. Shareholders' equity. The same formula has been used by Gayashani in 2023. Gayashani in 2023, in testing the ROE, in testing the financial performance, she used ROE, right? If only any researcher like Gayani has tested this financial performance measurement as the ROE, only you can use ROE for your research. What is this? This is called as the operationalization thing, right? How I can find the data for my research, how I am operating my research will be captured by whom? The operationalization. මගේ variables මොනවද? ඒවා research එකේදී measure කරන්නේ කොහොමද? ඒ measure කරන measurements කවුරු හරි ඊට කලින් test කරලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ test කරන කෙනාගේ නම මොකක්ද? This is where most of the time literature help for us in finding the measurement. Literature review. That is why when I'm doing the literature review, I ask you to mention the variables of their research. Okay. So this is the way if the researcher is conducting the primary data, if the researcher is collecting the secondary data for to do this research. But the other way around, this can be done with the primary data also. If it is so, there might be different indications, but the same one variable type is same. IV, DV. We know same research topic can be done with the primary, either primary or secondary data. Name doesn't change. Name of variable. Depth structure. And the other one, financial performance. Measurement. So we know if we are conducting a primary data, you have to gather the responses, right? How to gather the responses? We have to prepare a question. If we are preparing the questionnaire, to get the answers from the respondents regarding this depth structure, you have to use the questions, right? When we are preparing the questions, you can use 5-point Likert scale questions. 5-point Likert scale. Five-point Likert scale questions. Measurements. 5-point Likert, L-I-K-E-R-T, Likert scale questions. Here we take the measurements, numbers, but here we take what? Responses, right? 5-point Likert scale question. Clear? 5-point Likert scale questions. Can you do it by your own? No. Again, this should be tested by someone else. So we mentioned that one as the source. අපි පුතා කවුරු හරි කරපු කෙනෙක් දෙයක් තමයි අපි ගන්න, right? So then source might be, sometime we'll take it as Abhi 2024. Here it is Abhi 2024. Whatever the name, you can write it down. Here it is Pasan. Pasan 2024. 23. Hope you are clear on the operationalization. Is that clear to you? Conceptualize means we show what we are doing, right? So this is conceptualization. But this is මේ මගේ variables ටික මෙන්න මේවා තමයි මම ටෙස්ට් කරන්න කියලා කියන්නේ කාගෙන්ද? Conceptualization. Operationalization ඊට වඩා එහාට ගියපු දෙයක්. එයාගෙන් අපි පෙන්වන්නේ කොහොමද? මගේ variables වලට මම data collect කරන්නේ කොහොමද? ඒක measure කරන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා. This is again one of the main component in the chapter 3 methodology. So I have provided the basic idea regarding conceptualization in the station. Now we go to the question number 2. Experience lagi speaking is disable kaya yun dahil hindi kaya Question 2. What it asks? Develop the conceptual framework and write 3 hypotheses for the 2 cases below. Try to do this one quickly. You can do. What mediators and moderators are there? And draw the mediation moderators, conceptualize, independent, right? is to identify impact of sustainable practices on investment decisions, right? Making the reference to the individual investments in series. From there, you can identify what is the independent, what is dependent level. Just the independent one, independent is sustainability practices. Then one I would say is very important. Second one, further, she attempted to examine how the financial performance mediate. Right now, the variable is there. That is the financial performance. We call it as a mediated variable. Right? Within the other method, mediate this relationship between sustainable practices and the investor decision. Right? Is there a relationship between the financial performance as a mediator to the sustainable practices and then the investment decision? We'll show that one first. Here there are three variables. First one, sustainability practices, investment decision, and then the financial performance. This is independent variable. This is dependent variable. This is mediator variable. Mediator variable. Online students, can you all hear me? Can you respond? I just asked the technician to correct if there are any issues, I asked the technician to correct those things. Now, is that okay?
Hello,
Can you all
madam.
hear me? Can anyone respond me?
Hello, madam.
Still, I can't hear your voices. Okay, Prasangini, okay. So I just can't hear your voices.
Hello, Miss.
Can you type any messages, any text? There is a chat box. Chat
Hello,
isn't
Miss.
available. Ne?
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Again, I will inform the technician. Otherwise, we can't do this, the topic review process if you can't talk and if your
Hello,
mics are
Miss.
muted. Okay, I will again ask. Right. So we'll go to the again presentation. But it says sustainability. Sustainable practices, ne? Sustainable practices. Practices. It is depend to the what? Investor decision making. Decision making, DM. So we know that is H1. Now, if it is a mediator, if you are not familiar with this study, now you can learn. If any research, it include any mediators, we know if it is mediate means it should be in between the dependent and independent. Right? So then you can write the name of the mediator variable, that is firm financial performance. Mediator means it interfaces between this dependent and independent variable. Right? What do you mean by the mediator variable? Mediator variable, it acts as an interface. Mediator variable acts as an interface. Interface between IV and DV. It is so independent variable. If it is so the mediator variable, we have to first check is that mediator variable is linked with our dependent variable. So then we identify it as a H2. Right? Then you have to identify is there any relationship between mediator to dependent. That is normally called as H3 Puta. Right? We'll write now the hypothesis regarding H2, HT and H3. So H means, H1 means there is a significant impact of sustainable practices on investor decision making. Right. H2 means H2. Same one. No need to actually write. There is a significant impact of sustainable practices on what? On the financial performance. H3 means there is a significant impact of now there is a significant impact of financial performance. Financial performance. Now I'm writing H3, financial performance to the investor decision making. Financial performance on investor decision making. Investor decision making. Except H1, H2, H3, definitely there is a very important hypothesis. We call that one as H4. You had to write. H4 Puta. That is the main hypothesis in this study that reflect what? H4. H4 means it reflecting firm financial performance. Firm financial performance, what is it for? Mediates, right? Mediates. What it mediates? අපි මෙතන මොකද්ද මේ කියන්නේ? Fine. Investor decision making වලට අනිවාර්යෙන්ම බලපාන කෙනෙක් තමයි කවුද? Sustainable practices. අපි බලනවා financial performance route මේක එනවද කියලා. නේද? Sustainable practices, financial performance through ඇවිල්ලා investor decision making වලට බලපාන. Right? So that is what we are finding. So then firm financial performance mediate the relationship between who? Very good. Investor decision making and then the sustainable practices. I write me here the sustainable practices is P and investor decision making IDM. Investor decision making. Now we'll do the question number 4, subsection 2, the other case. Now read and do it. Try to do it. Other case, what it says. Bhagya. Bhagya is conducting a study to examine the effect of internal controls and audit quality in listed companies. What is dependent? What is independent? Internal controls, independent. Dependent, audit quality. He assumes that the relationship between internal controls and audit quality may be very dependent on organizational size. Is that true? Sometimes might be the larger companies and small companies, based on their internal controls, the audit quality might be different. So then in that sense, audit quality, organizational size is which kind of a variable? It's a mediated? No. This the relationship between dependent and independent may be vague because of the organizational size. We call that one as a moderator. Right? If it is mediate means that is a mediate mean. Right? So if the relationship, the direct relationship is modified by any variable, we call it as a which variable? Moderator. Right? Okay, we go to the question. PPT. Look at here, Putta. What I wrote as the here mediator variable act as a interface. Interface. Right? That is what we call as the mediator. Moderator means this direct relationship may be different because of the organizational size. We do it now. So what is our variable? Independent, dependent, direct relationship, independent, dependent. Here we call it as a internal controls. Dependent variables. Audit quality. Combining dependent and independent, we call H1. Now it is identifying moderator. How to place the moderator? Moderator. Moderator is organizational size. It moderates the relationship between independent and dependent. H2. Right. Write it down, moderator variable. Moderator variable. Write it down, modify. Moderator variable, modify. The relationship between IV and DV. It modifies the relationship between IV and DV. So here only we can write down two hypotheses. We write down two hypotheses. H1, that is obvious. I'll write it. There is a significant impact of internal controls on audit quality. AQ means audit quality. H2 means how did I think? How did we wrote in the model mediator one? We put the mediator or moderator first. So how to write it now? Organizational size. What it do? Mediate or moderate? Sorry, mediate or modify? Modify. Organizational size, modify. The relationship between very good. IC, internal controls, and A, audit quality. Mediators, moderators, and all. How do you know? Speakers තමයි කියන්නේ high definition video එකක් තමයි. ඉතින් ඒකෙත් නෑ හයිම දාලා තියෙනවා. තිබුණාද? Okay. Right? Now we already discussed the paper. Question number 2 means that is a theory question you can do. Right? So I have lectured the literature review and all things. Research literature review part with the more depth content. So then you can go with that content and then ask the question number 2 that is very simple. Okay, clear. So most of the theoretical part we have covered on this page. And we start the reading topic process. Hope you all have the research topics. You can show it to me one by one. So online students, you also can ready with the research topic. There are 25. So I will go through one by one research topics. Until the technicians come, I will review the physical students research topic. And after that, I will go through your research topic for the review. You need a break? You have prepared the proposal. the operationalization time is going it means not late, correct? So it is in here. There means you want to identify the gates where you had mentioned. The relationship between internal control, revenue performance, service sets to organization, very good research topic. Very good. You identify the course framework. Okay. As per the course framework, you identify the internal control effectiveness. So what is the course framework that you are taking? Is that 2024, 2001, 2016 or 17 one? Now you know that also has been developed with the CRM. What do you mean by CRM? Enterprise Resource Management, right? So enterprise risk management. So as per the ERM, now also to the sense it's a little bit more than the 20 years back. It's developed from 2007 or on something, right? So also is outdated, basically, right? But we use also because that's the that provide the basics. But now it has been developed with the ERM, enterprise risk management. So since you have a research topic and then so you have basically taken the internal control effectiveness, then try to do something new with the ERM. You can incorporate ERM. I will show how to do it. So ERM, the components as well, right? This is qualitative. This is quantitative. That means you want to conduct the interviews and now. But almost all the things have been developed in the quantitative. Yeah, is it? Now, then why you are changing it to the quantitative one? No, qualitative. Yes. But you like to do it a quantitative way. When you do even whatever the research supervisor told you to do it in this kind of way, if you are not really like to do that one in that kind of way suggested by the supervisor or one else, don't do like that. You defend what you want to do. Right? Because that is comfortable with your online students. Can you respond me now? Can you all hear me?
Hello, madam. Can you hear us, madam? Hello?
So we are testing the microphone. That is why I asked you, Buddha. They are talking. අපි කතා කරනවා ඔබ නැහැ. This can be done in the quantitative primary data, right? You can share the question here, and then what you can do by sharing the question, you can collect the data and review, right? This is good. For the question, research questions, there is a research question like, is there a significant relationship between the control effectiveness and the revenue performance? You can avoid that one and replace it as a we can now. Even if is there a significant relationship? If I have significant relationship, I was sister that. When is there a relationship? The interest and also with the one policy. This is entirely the course of it. Right? The environment is control activities, management, and information. So, you can do is you check whether these variables can be modified in the course of 2007. Then here we have G split, that means the governance, and then S means strategy, P means performance, R means stress management, I mean T means the information take the so G split also can be done. Okay, Lama, can you hear me?
Hello, madam.
Hello, Miss.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. I hear Miss.
Now okay, ne?
You can hear us, no, ma'am?
Okay, okay. So I'm reviewing the research, the topics of the present students. After that, I will take your one. You can ready.
Okay, Miss.
Okay. So what you can do is can you all share the screen? Check with students, check whether you can share your screen. Can anyone share the screen of them? So then you can show me the research topic. So then I can review it. Can you try on sharing the screen? Is that possible to you all? Share the screen. At least one student can share the screen and check whether they can share the screen option is available for you all. Can you do it? Is that possible? Lamai, is that possible to you all? Very good. Right? You can do it, ne? Okay,
Madam,
okay.
I
Right. Very
think you
good.
can see it, right?
Yeah, yes. I can see. Okay, others also you can do that. You can ready with the sharing presentation, sharing the screen, right? So its option is available for you all. You can share your screen and show me the research topic. So until I'm starting from online students, I will finish my physical students reviewing part and let you know others. There are 27 participants. Really appreciate that 27 participants, the participation. So you all can ready with the your research topic. I will review your research topic one by one. So inform the other student as well. Ask them to log into the session and then take the reviews from me for right. So yeah. So therefore, no need to send me the WhatsApp message or what to review the research topic. Now this is the time for you all to review the research topic. We have to around 1.5 hours to review the research topic. That's enough. Okay, please inform the students, online students. Please share this message with the other students who have logged into the session as well. Right. Okay. Into that. The hypothesis ලියනකොට අපි ලියන්නේ නැහැ මේ affects කියලා. Right? So as I written here, control environment positively impact on revenue performance. All things, all hypotheses need to be changed like that. තව තැනක ලියලා තියෙන influence. එහෙම ලියන්න එපා. When you're writing the theoretical literature review, just describe internal controls and then the control environment, risk assessment, and all the dependent variables. And then explain the independent variables as well. After that, agency theory, very good. Write at least one page regarding agency theory. And because to conduct a research, you should have two theories at least. One also enough. Here the base is provided by the agency theory. So then you have to explain what is the agency theory and then what is the importance of the agency theory and likewise. What research එක කරලා theory එකක් ඕනේ. එතකොට ඔයා research theory එක ගැන කියන්න ඕනේ. ඔයාගේ මෙතන agency theory එක අදාළ වෙනකොට එයාව ගැන explain කරන්න. ඊට පස්සේ empirical literature review එක ගැන කතා කරගෙන යන්න. empirical literature review ලියනකොට ලියන්න ලංකාවේ international context එකේ මොනවද මේ research කරලා තියෙන්නේ. Very good presentation. Operationalization also correct. Unit of analysis also correct. Convenience sample, sampling technique, very good. Good. Yeah, this is enough. This is enough for you. Good presentation. Good report. Very good. Come on. Adi. Take it enough. Independent variable එක තියෙන්නේ financial performance. Digital transformation and financial performance. Digital transformation කියලා කියන්නේ මොකක්ද?
AI, fintech, digital, technical, finance.
Financial performance. මම පුතාට මෙහෙම කිව්වොත් digital transformation කියන එක ටිකක් broad වැඩි. මට තේරෙනවා digital transformation කියලා කියන්නේ AI ත් වෙනවා. computer based උත් වෙනවා. fintech වෙනවා. and තව ERP වෙන්න පුළුවන් digital transformation. e-commerce වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. and digital transformation එක ඇත්ත වෙලා තියෙනවා එක එක විදිවලට. එක එක ආකාර වලටත් වෙලා තියෙනවා. කොට මං කියන ඔයාට digital transformation එක වෙනුවට ඒ digital transformation එකක් ඇතුළේ තියෙන එක variable එකක් ගන්න. example fintech. digital transformation ඔක්කොම research එකකට test කරන්න බෑ. fintech උත් ඇත්තටම test කරන්න බෑ. හරිද? fintech වලත් අපි ගන්නේ fintech වල තව පොඩි sub area එකක්. දැන් අර ඔයාලට question එකක් අපි concept එකක් ඔයාලට මතකද මම ඔයාලට වැරදිලා question එකක් ආවේ variable difference between variable and concept. හරි. එතකොට concept එක තමයි මොකන්ද? digital transformation. එයාගේ ඇත්තට ඉන්න branches මොනවාද? AI, fintech, ERP, e-commerce මේවා තමයි branches. මේවා තමයි variables. එතකොට පුතා ගන්න එපා කොයි වෙලාවකවත් digital transformation. ඒක broad වැඩි. digital transformation වල තියෙන එක අත්තක් ගන්න. එතකොට තමයි හොඳට වඩ ටෙස්ට් කරගෙන ඒක බලාගෙන යන්න. දැන් හිතන්න උදාහරණයක් විදිහට fintech, financial services, financial technology. Financial technology කොහොමද financial performance වලට බලපාන්නේ? Financial technology. එහෙම නැත්නම් AI ගන්නකො. How the AI is impacting on the financial performance of the food and beverage company. අනිත් එක beverages කියලා ගන්නකොට මම කලින් digital transformation ගත්තොත් සමහරවිට AI ගන්න නැති වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Still they do not have any AI practices. Sometimes they do not have e-commerce practices. So then when you're testing that the dependent with the dependent, with the independent with the dependent, you have to check whether that practice is actually happening in that particular market also. That's also possible. Right? Then what you need to do is, if you want to test something in food and beverage, you identify what is the most critical digital transformation tool happening at the particular and test this one with the financial performance. Again, if you can go in detail with the fintech versus independent variable, that is also better. Right? Testing something very small with the dependent variable will give a clear idea regarding or will give us a clear out at the end of your research, rather testing the broader sense. Right? So that is what you want to test. You can select a small sub area in the digital transformation and then the sub area, you think, is that really important with the financial performance? Think that way like that. And because sometimes if you ask the GPT, chat say something, but that's not the practical. If this comes like this, AI is that impacting for the financial performance positive. Some services, fintech services is something else, but the financial performance is something might be else. So then in that sense, there might be no relationship. You have to test always an independent variable with in line with the your DD. So then my recommendation is, since you have the basic idea regarding digital transformation, you select a one variable, right? And then go in detail in that one variable and test it with the financial performance.
So then I want to take the listed companies BPO.
Correct this. BPO listed. Why you have selected BPO?
If I use any,
Hmm.
then I can adopt into
From the BPA, because BPA and they are practicing. So then why you are not selecting BPO?
because of that reason. I don't know if I do both, I can do primary and secondary if I use this kind of
Second, how?
secondary like reports. More reports I can.
Primary, sharing the question is. Regarding BPO, you do not have the
Listed.
another comment is there, but don't select. When you're doing a research, you can't use both data together, right? You have to select whether I'm doing my research either with the primary or either with the second, right? Basic analysis. But for you to write down the methodology part and the LR part and some other you can use secondary data or primary data, but not major one, it's a minor. So then basically you have to decide what sort of a data set I'm targeting for. It should be either primary or secondary. This kind of a research, you can't do this one with the same data. Why? Each and every digital transformation technique include any secondary data in the annual reports. You can't identify. Most probably the best way is to share in the questionnaire and have the response from the particular target group. In that section, that if you are targeting to share the questionnaire, the best way to share the questionnaire is BPO indus. So because I know they are really practicing AI platforms, but this particular tobacco or something, food and beverages of companies as well as they don't have the practices. But BPO highly AI and almost all oriented, right? So what you can do is you right. Yeah, you can do the best. Yeah, doesn't matter. You develop your proposal. So conceptual framework, draw the conceptual framework, draw the hypothesis and all, and you show it to me. Doesn't matter, right? Okay, good. Good. Corporate governance practices on financial performance. I told you, ne, last week. So then why not? The corporate governance corporate governance digital corporate governance corporate governance concepts. Conceptual framework can learn. For the financial performance, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, ne? 4 indicators. Okay. My basic advice is, right? Since this is a little bit old one, you can go with the new one. At least digital corporate governance practices or something else. Are you doing the fourth year? Sure neda? When we are drawing the concept form framework, how to draw this one? This is okay then. Not doing the fourth year. ROE. ROA. Better to take 3 variables. Right? You from either ROA or ROE, you select one. Net profit margin. Yes, EPS is good. Right? EPS is good. So then you select 1, 2, 3. How many sets? Hypothesis A, hypothesis 1, A, hypothesis 1, B, hypothesis 1, C. So here it is H2, H2A, H2B, H2C. This is H3A, H3B, H6. This is not enough. No need. We'll take this one first. After you identify the governance, so then you have to identify what factors greatly influence on the financial plan. So this is 2, this is 3, this is not. 2 and 5 no need. Right? First one, second one, third one. This one also no need. Great practice. A and 1 and 3, that is enough. Because when you are identifying the most important one, you can explain that one in your discussion part, right? So therefore, first question and third question, that is enough. Regarding the objectives, first question, first objective and third objective is enough. No need to this useless things, right? Very good. Then that is enough. Only one question also enough for research. Okay. Okay, but you all can mark your attendance. You all can mark your attendance. I have shared my screen. Can you all see that?
No, madam.
Okay. Hope now you all can view that the attendance QR code. Mark it, please. ඉතින් ඔයාව කරන්න හදන ඩිෆරන්ට් මම ඇත්තටම ළඟදී දැකලා නෑ වගේ ඩිෆරන්ට් කල්චර්ස් වලට මේ fraud prevention impact එකක් වෙන රිසර්ච් එකක් මම දැකලා නෑ ළඟදී ඇත්තටම. එතකොට පුතා ඔයා කොයි හරිම වෙලාවක රිසර්ච් එක කරනවා නම් මේ අක්ට ඇලොකේට් වෙන සුපර්වයිසර්ත් කවදාකවත් ඔය විදිහට රිසර්ච් එක කරන්න දෙයි කියලා. හරිද? ඔයාව කියන්නේ සිස්ටමැටික් ලිටරචර් එකක් ගැන. සිස්ටමැටික් ලිටරචර් එකක් කියන්නේ කලින් කවුද මේ රිසර්ච් ගැන කරලා තියෙන්නේ, ඒ වගේ ෆයින්ඩින්ග්ස් මොනවද, ඒ වගේ හොයාගෙන තියෙන්නේ මොනවද කියන එක තමයි ඔය කරන්න හදන්නේ. එහෙම නැතුව සෙකන්ඩරි ඩේටා වලින් රිසර්ච් එකක් කරනවා නම් ඇනුවල් රිපෝට්ස් එකක් ගන්න. තීසිස් එකකට ක්‍රෙඩිට් 6ක තියෙන තීසිස් එකට කලින් කරලා තියෙන පාස්ට් ඒවා අරගෙන පාස් පේපර්ස් ටිකක් අරගෙන සමරයිස් කරලා ඉල හරියන්නේ නැහැ. හරිද? ඉන් කිසිම නොලෙජ් එකක්වත් අපේ කවුරුවත් මේ වෙනකන් රිසර්ච් ප්‍රොසෙස්ලා එහෙම කරන්නේ නැහැ. දෙන්නේ නැහැ. අනිවාර්යෙන් ළමයා ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එකෙන් data collect කරන්න ඕන. short marking. Again check it. Others can mark it, no? ඒකේ. හරිද? එතකොට මම ආව හදලා යවන්න ඕනේනේ. උඩට එහෙම දෙන්නේ නැහැ ඔයාලට. මේ මයින්ඩ්සෙට් එක ඔයාලට අයින් කරගන්නවා වෙන්නේ. තේරුණාද? ඒක ප්‍රයිමරි වලින් කරමු. So question එක ගන්න 100ක් වගේ කට්ටියකින් question එක share කරලා ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එකට මෙයන් ඕනේ නැහැ data collect කරන්න දැන් ඔයාලගේ සීරියස්ලා කරන්න. ඔයා දන්න කියන්නේ different cultures වලට organizations වලට ඔය question එක share කරනවා. සතියක් විතර ඇතුළත සමයක් ගත්තාම ඇති. ඒක කරන්න කොහොමද ඔයාවක design කරගන්න පුතා primary data. second data ගොඩක් වලට කරන්න බෑ. මොකද fraud prevention අහුවෙන්නේ නැහැ annual reports වලින්. ඒ නිසා. question එකක් කරගන්න. quantitative way එකට තමයි යන්නේ. qualitative විදිහකට නෙවෙයි quantitative විදිහකට යන්නේ. මේ කියන්නේ අර තේරුමක් අටුවල නැතුව නේවා මේල් තියෙනවා. මට හිත systematic strategy systematic literature ඒ systematic literature reviews කරනවා අපි PhD කරනකොට මේ concept එක ගැන කවුද ගොඩාක් කරලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා බලන්න අපි systematic literature එකක් කරලා paper එකක් ලියලා අපි idea එකක් ගන්නවා. ඒක ඔයාගේ basic undergraduate research එක credit side එකට කොහොමත්ම ගැලපෙන්නේ නැහැ. දෙන්නේ නැහැ ඒක. නැද්ද? තමුණට අහන්න තියෙනවා. ඒතර කල්චර්ස් ගැන තියෙන ඉන්ඩිපෙන්ඩන්ට් වේරියබල් සබ් කම්පොනන්ට්ස් ටිකක් අරගන්න. සර්ච් කරලා papers බලලම ගන්න.
Independent factors.
ෆැක්ටර්ස් ටිකක් ගන්න papers බලන්න. එතකොට හරි.
This one question later.
question is දැන් නදන්න. එක්ක සුපර්සත් එක්ක හදගන්න කවදාද? ප්‍රොපෝසල් එක මේ විදිහට හදන්න. ඊට පස්සේ ඔයාලට ඕන නම් මේ සෙමිස්ටර් එක ඉවර වෙලා පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්ට්‍රස්ට් නම් question එකක් හදන්න. අට තියෙනවා 3 2 and 4 1 තියෙනවනේ. ඊට පස්සේ question එක හදලා data collect කරන්න යන්න එපා. question එක හද අප්ඩේට් කර කර ඉන්න. සුපර්ස් allocate වුණු ගමන්ම සුපර්ස් topic එක බලලා question එක share කරන්න. දැන් data collect කරන්න permission දෙන්නේ නැහැ කලින්. ආට මාස 5ක් දෙනවනේ search එකට. එතකොට ඔයා කලින් ඉඳලා prepare නම් ඔයාට පළවෙනි මාසෙම මේ ටික refine කරගෙන සුපර්ස්ට පෙන්නලා එයත් එක්ක data ටික collect කරගෙන වැඩේ කරගෙන යන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට progress එක නිකන් මාස 3ක් වෙනකන් ඉන්න ඕනේ නෑ ඔයා. තේරුණාද? ඔව් අර මේක සබ්මිට් කරන්න අතර කරන්න එපා. ඉන්ට්‍රස්ට් නම් කරගෙන question එක හද යන්න. සමහරවිට ඔය question එක හදනකොට පුතා ඔයාලට දැන් මාර්ක් ඔඩිට්ස් වලදී හම්බ වෙනවනේ කට්ටිය fraud prevention කියලා කියන forensic කට්ටිය වගේ forensic side එක. එතකොට question එක පෙන්නන්න. question එක හදන්නත් ඕනේ අනිවාර්යෙන් අර මම කලින් කිව්වා වගේ කලින් කෙනෙක් හදලා තියෙනවා. අපි undergraduate level එකට අලුතෙන් questions develop කරන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක papers ඔයලා ඒ වගේ තියෙන questions අරගෙන ඔයාගේ question එක හදන්න. හදලා ඔයා මේක දාන්න ටිකක් ඔයාගේ supervisor කෙනෙක් ඉන්නේ නැහැනේ. තේරුණාද? supervisor කෙනෙක් ඔයාලට ෆෝටෝ වෙනකන් ඉන්නේ නැහැනේ. ඒකට ඔයාලට ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එකෙන් මේකට ideas ගන්න පුළුවන් නේ. මගේ question එක පොඩ්ඩක් බලලා දෙන්න කියලා. ඔයා question එකකට ideas ගන්න practitioners ලාට. ඒකට ඔයාලට ඇත්තටම හරි output එකක් එනවා. input එකක් එනවා. මේ research එක මොන වගේ area එකකටද කරන්න ඕනේ. දැන් අපි කවුරුත් මෙතන financial fraud prevention expert ලා නැහැනේ. forensic auditors ලා නැහැනේ අපේ lectures ලා. එතකොට ඔයාට හොඳ අයිඩියා එකක් දැන් මටත් ෆොරෙන්සික් ඔඩිටර් කෙනෙක් ගෙනලා ඒච් එක පර්ස්පෙක්ටිව් එක නෙමෙයිනේ තියෙන්නේ. ඔයාට මේකට ඔයාගේ රිසර්ච් ටොපික් එකට හරියම අයිඩියා එකක් ගන්න පුළුවන් ෆොරෙන්සික් ඔඩිට් කරන කෙනෙක්ගෙන් ගන්න. එයාට රිසර්ච් තේරෙනවද? ඒගොල්ලෝ රිසර්ච් තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එකට. ඔයාට ක්වෙස්චන් එක ෆිල් කරන්න කියලා ක්වෙස්චන් එකේ තියෙන සෙටප් එක පෙන්නනවා එයාට තේරෙයි යම්කිසි අයිඩියා එකක්. එහෙමයි කරන්නේ. ප්‍රොපෝසල් එකට ඕනේ නැහැ. හදාගෙන යන්න.
එතකොට මේ සර elements එකේ වාක්‍යයන් structure presentation මේ විදිහට දාපු මේක
මේ presentation එක හදන්න මම ඒක ආපහු හදලා one slide වලට දාන්න. one slide දෙකකට කොහොමද present කරන්න කියලා මම ඒක short කරලා දාන්න. ඒක හදන්න. Okay, online students, hope you all can hear me. We'll start from the any volunteers who want to share the research topic, who want to get the first review comments, can share the screen. Jai Singh, Karushi, Ramian, Vidushan.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you can share the screen.
Can you see now, madam?
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah, madam.
The impact
My
of budgeting practices, costing methods, and performance measurement systems on financial performance of hotels in
Seychelles, madam.
Right. Seychelles. Okay. Second slide. Good. Second slide. Next slide. Problem you can define. Questions and objectives.
These are the questions, madam. How do budgeting practices influence the financial performance?
Very good. Costing methods and then the performance measurement system influence. We'll remove the word influence.
Influence, madam. Okay.
Right? Influence. You just incorporate the impact word rather influence because influence normally can't measure.
Okay, madam.
Right? You can incorporate the word here impact.
Impact. Okay, madam.
Okay, next slide.
There are two theories, madam. Contingency
Very
and the
good.
management control. Then when we go to the
Excellent. Next
implement-
one.
This is
Good. Conceptual frame.
concept.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Good. Excellent. You have developed the hypothesis also.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Next one.
These are the summarized proposed methodology, madam.
Quantitative. Good. Next one. Why 73 sample size?
Madam,
Population
according-
is 90.
Yes, ma'am. Population 90 according to this the table, madam. Geez, I
You are
don't remember.
supposed to collect the data from questionnaire.
Yes, madam.
So then your unit of analysis is not the hotels in C cells, but the individual the hotels. Sometime might be the managers, host and accounting managers,
Okay, madam.
right? If
Okay.
it is a questionnaire, our normal unit of analysis is in. But if the might be hotels or the companies. That's why I asked the question, are you supposed to collect the data from the individuals or the organization?
It is individual,
Okay.
madam, like a finance managers, hotel
Right.
managers, like.
Very good. So then what is your unit of analysis? Your unit of analysis is the finance managers and finance controls, chief accountants, and then the other finance professionals.
Yes, madam.
Then your population comprised with that the finance managers, hotel controllers, and chief the accountant in these 90 hotels.
Yes, madam.
You can approximately calculate and include that one.
Okay,
So
madam.
then out of that population, you select sample size more than 100. Each and every students, they have to use the sample size more than 100.
Understand, madam. Clear.
Okay. So then stratified random sampling, that is okay. Now we'll go to the next one. Descriptive correlation, multiple regression, very good. Next one. Good. You have developed the conceptual framework as well. Okay. Good.
That's all,
Very
madam.
good. Yeah. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam.
It's crystal clear. You have developed your proposal. Completed. Almost it's 90% completed. You just do the amendments and then actually no need to present it again also, Buddha, right? Jai Singh,
Okay. Yes, madam. Number.
no need to again.
Okay, madam.
Others, second one, second
Thank you,
person.
madam.
Okay, thank you very much for your nice presentation as well. You go. Right. Tarushi. We have only 45 minutes. You can quickly share the title. I need just title. Since the DL Jayasinghe completed the entire one,
Hello, madam.
I gave the chance to share the screen, entire the presentation, but others, no need to do the presentation here, just share the topic. Okay, research topic, impact of investment decision making on the resource optimization in small and medium scale businesses in Sri Lanka. Who is this?
Fernandez.
Okay. Investment decision making means? But what do you mean by investment decision making?
When we invest on a small scale business in Sri Lanka, how to optimize the resources efficiently?
But what do you mean by investment decision making?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear your voice. What I ask is, what do you mean by the investment decision making?
When we start.
Is that capital budgeting decision?
It's like when we invest on a small scale business, like when you want to start a small scale business in Sri Lanka, how you like have to invest effectively.
That means investment, then that acquiring acquisitions and all that.
Yes, miss.
Modernization, acquisitions and all. Other than that one, I feel investment decision making in the sense to purchase shares and no. That's why I asked. What you can is you can, if it is a capital structure decision, Putha, you can rename this investment decision making with the name of capital budgeting technique. So is this capturing about
Okay, miss.
NPV calculations and all neither? Is that right?
Like miss, where and how to put its money and resources, buying equipments, expanding operations, like that.
Yes. That means NPV, IRR calculation techniques involving that area. No? What you can do is check whether the most relevant phrases for this investment decision making rather than mentioning it as like this. I feel the best word is capital budgeting decisions on resource in small and medium scale businesses in Sri Lanka. Otherwise, sometimes some might ask how this research topic is linked with the accounting area.
Okay,
Okay,
miss. Okay, miss.
is that clear to you?
Yes, miss.
Okay, scroll down, Pata. Questions, objectives. Show me the question objectives if you have.
Miss, I have 2 research questions and 5 objectives.
Understand what the word understand that you have mentioned in objective D. We are not normally using that the action verb. But the understand, we can't measure the understanding. So therefore, replace it with the action verb. Recommendation also, that is not an objective. That can be definitely, that has to be done in your recommendation chapter. So therefore, within the recommendation, you mention it as an objective need actually. Right, giving recommendation via the creating an objective for that one is not necessary. So then you just need to remove the objective E, and then objective D also not needed to understand how the accounting information supporting in investment decision. No need actually, right? You can do basically very crystal clear if you have mentioned the 2 objectives in line with the 2 research questions there. So identifying how the investment decision making influence on the resource optimization in the small and medium scale businesses in Sri Lanka. The other one, to identify the factors affect, what factors affect, okay, to identify the factors affecting for the effective investment decision making in improving the resource utilization in SME. That is also possible, right? No need to develop other research objectives. You just converted these questions into the 2 objectives, right? You can remove these objectives. Questions are very
Yes,
clear.
so
Hmm.
yes, so only the 3 first objectives I should keep, right?
To identify the key
I have to
factors influencing, what you can do is you remove the old objectives and convert these 2 questions into the objectives.
Okay, miss.
So
Okay,
then to
miss.
identify, so then that is clear. In line with the questions, you have 2 objectives. Is that clear?
Yes, miss.
Okay, right. Good. Next one. Very good one. Good area. Rethink about again regarding the capital, the investment decision making. Normally, investment decision making in the sense the share market purchases, purchasing shares and all. So therefore, I suggest you to change that investment decision making the word, replace that investment decision working the wording with the another capital budgeting decision and likewise. So then it give us a very clear picture once we see our research topic. Okay, Buddha, good. The next one.
Okay, miss. Thank you.
Okay. Next one.
Hello, madam.
Yes, I can hear your voice.
Yeah, madam, can you see my screen now?
Yeah. The impact of cost control practices on operational efficiency in UAE automotive dealership.
Automotive dealership, madam.
Automotive dealership. You are exemption student.
Yes, madam.
Okay. Got your research objectives, questions. What's your good name?
I'm Nilushi, madam. Prasangani.
Okay.
This is the background. Yes. This is the research aim and objective, madam.
Show me the question first. Stop there. What is the impact of cost control on efficiency of operations within you replace like that. What is the impact of cost control on efficiency of the operations within UAE automobile dealerships? Second question, okay. Again, you have taken the word performance. If your research regarding efficiency, no need to take the word again performance. Performance is something else, right? So you just throughout the research, you find what is impact of cost control on the efficiency. No need to incorporate the word in the performance. Okay?
Okay, madam.
Okay. Last question, no need. What are the problems? Remove that one.
First question I can keep, madam, right?
Yeah. First question, okay. Second question, okay. Third question and fourth question, no need.
Okay, madam.
Right? Seems again repeating the same thing. And then question you do the research questions you have two. And then you make the research questions into the objectives in the objective format. And then accordingly, there should be two questions and two objectives. Okay,
madam. Okay, madam.
good. Right, good area. You can go with the presentation. You can develop it further. Right.
Okay,
Third person. Prasangini. Okay. Next one. With that topic, show me the topic. Very good.
Hello, miss.
Future
Am I
of,
audible?
yeah, I can hear your voice. Yes. The impact of blockchain accounting technology on accounting practices. Show me the research questions. Topic okay, yeah?
Yes, miss. Wait.
So I can see here the Vidushan's topic, right? The blockchain technology on the accounting.
This is my question, miss.
Question number 1, no need, I think. What factors influence the adaptation of blockchain technology? Okay, that is also possible. Okay, to identify the
Is it okay,
factors
madam?
to evaluate the impact of blockchain technology. Yeah. Objectives, okay. Questions and objectives, okay, Putta, right?
Okay, miss.
Okay,
Thank you, miss.
right. Next one. I'm not going in detail since you have the basic idea. I'm just reviewing your research topics. This is not that much of a big thing, right? This is your one. You are doing your research. So we are always here to guide you. You can do whatever the things you want. So if there are anything misleading, if there are anything you have included as misleading your part, so then we'll come. Right? This is purely your work. So therefore, we are not restricting the students of doing what they want to do as researchers. අපෝ ඔයාලා කරන එක මෙහෙම කරන්න මේ විදිහට කරන්න කියලා අපි සමහර දේවල් මිස් ඔයාලා ඉන් ඩීටේල් ගිහිල්ලා වැරදියක් පාත් එකක යනවා නම් තමයි අපි ගයිඩ් කරන්නේ. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඔයාලට ෆෝස් කරන්නේ නැහැ රිසර්ච් වලදී මේ විදිහට කරන්න මේක මෙහෙම කරන්න කියලා. This is your one. Okay, effect of Putta will remove the word the effect of, right? So normally the word effect, affect, influence we not take for the research, right? You just remove the word influence, the effect. Has share the screen. Kavina Nanayakarne.
Kavishananakara teacher.
But your name replaced here as the Kavina. Kavina Nanayakara. Okay. The effect of cash flows on financial performance evident from the listed insurance companies in Sri Lanka. Hope you are working at the insurance company.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Putta, then we'll remove the word effect of, right? Rather, the effect of will incorporate the word the impact of firm cash flows on financial. What do you mean by the firm cash flows?
It
Firm
means
cash flows?
in the cash flow, there are 3 areas: operating, financial, and other ones. So how those 3 things affect for the cash flows for the organizations.
Financial performance. So if I
Yes,
say like
teacher.
that, if the cash flows are high, firm financial performance also high, no?
Depend on the variables that I have taken is maybe vary. Shall I scroll down? I have taken. As the dependent variable, I have taken the return on assets and the return on equity. These are the dependent variable. As the independent variable, I have choose the operating investment financing. Mainly, I am doing the research how this dependent variable affect on the changes of these 3 in the insurance sector.
Okay. If I say like this, you know, insurance sector, ROE in the sense, it is comprised with the net premium, the net premium that they are receiving, no? Premium income, no? They have the premium income or something else, no?
Yes, teacher.
Am I correct? It is not the no good and services selling, and likewise, that is not similar to the insurance companies. They have premium claims and all. Right? So if we are going with like this, if I say like this, Putta, if the net cash flow from the operating activities is high, definitely their financial performance is high, no? How can you claim on that one?
I have to check.
We know ROA definitely go up because net income is, that's why. So I feel you can do something new rather mentioning it as a cash flows. So if you think normal way, almost all the cash flows are positive, either operating, financial, and then the investment cash flows are positive. It's obvious to go with the high financial performance because almost all the things are impacting for the net income. ROA means net income divided by the average assets, no?
Yes,
Right?
teacher.
So then you have to think of removing in one independent, no dependent one. You can, my suggestion is, actually, have you received this kind of a research articles? Same
Yeah,
articles?
teacher. They
Are
haven't
those,
done
are the,
regarding they haven't done research regarding the insurance sector,
that's why
but
you
they
have
are
selected the insurance sector.
yeah.
But the thing is, have you checked these articles are coming from the reputed journals?
Something like ResearchGate. I have found one research article. I could get the access
ResearchGate.
through the ResearchGate my keys, but there's the one research regarding this article, teacher.
The thing is, Putta, you have to check whether if there are any similar articles, doesn't matter, but you have to check the quality of that articles, right? Seems because if there is as per my understanding, if the companies is having a high cash flow in the sense, definitely that is firm financial performance is high, and whereas it not to be tested, it is obvious. Right, fourth year undergraduates can do then can do a job than that one, Puti.
Okay,
Clear on
teacher,
what
I
I'm
get you.
saying to you?
Yeah,
Can you
have
understand that one?
not real, but I will change my topic, teacher.
No need to change, right? So normal thing is, if the companies are having high cash flows in the sense, definitely their financial performance is high, no, obvious, no. So then
Yeah.
what you want to check, what you want to do is you check, you can either change dependent or independent. No need to change it entirely, right? You have the possibility to do a thing than this one. That's why I'm telling to you,
Okay,
right?
teacher, I get you.
So basically the top dependent and independents are all okay, right? So the way you have formatted the dependent independent, that is okay. If you do not have the time to go with another topic, you can do it. But the thing is, this is a basic one, whereas you have a potential to do a new thing than this one, right?
Teacher,
At least Puta change the dependent or either the independent variable. Okay?
teacher, the thing is that I
Yeah.
want to highlight in the insurance company. Shall I highlight my point? This is what I want to try. I want to indicate
Mm-hmm.
through my research. Since
What
insurance
is
play
it?
a big, the point I have highlighted in my screen
Mm-hmm.
share.
Hmm.
Since
Since the
insurance play a
insurance big role in protecting the business from financial losses, it is important to study well these companies are managing their cash flows and how these are affecting to the overall performance. What do you mean by overall performance?
overall performance in the sense that cash flow.
Cash flow. So what it says is how well these
Okay.
companies are managing their cash flows and how this affect their overall performance.
Yeah.
That means overall performance is not similar to the financial performance.
Then what
That's
should
why
I
I told you,
replace?
Putta. Sorry, Putta.
What should I replace for the financial performance?
So that has to be that has to be investigated,
Okay,
right?
teacher.
Okay, that means financial performance. Okay, but you can take operational performance. You can have that one, right? Efficiency of the business flows. You can take that one, right? Financial performance, we know that is obvious. That's why I told you can change the dependent variable to another dependent variable, but it should be similar. It should be coming from the accounting background,
Okay,
right?
teacher.
For example, the cash flow management on the corporate reputation or brand image. Likewise, corporate reputation also can be linked with the accounting area. One of my research student also doing that one. Debt structure on the corporate reputation. Right? Cash flow management on the reputation. Sometimes cash flow, the effective cash flow management on the investor decision making. If the cash flows are good that of the insurance companies, or the investors are trying to make the decision. Is
Okay,
that clear?
teacher. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Putta. Next one. Kavisha done. Himasha.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, impact of capital expenditure on the financial performance of plantation companies in Sri Lanka. Okay, capital expenditure on financial performance. Okay, good. Show me the questions and objectives. What is mean by the capital expenditure?
Capital expenditure, the money a company spends to buy or improve or maintain long-term assets.
Okay, what is the level? Other students also, I'm telling that first you mention the research questions, right? After you mention the research objectives. Okay, what is the
I
level of
didn't
capital
hear it,
expenditure?
ma'am.
Sorry, Pata. First you mention the
I didn't
research
hear it, ma'am.
questions. First you mention the research questions
Okay.
and then you mention the research
Okay.
objectives.
Okay, ma'am.
I can't see your screen. It's blur.
Excuse me, teacher.
Hmm.
Teacher, should we again our proposal according to the format that I have uploaded in the LMS?
Sorry, should we?
Should recreate our proposal that I have
Yeah,
uploaded
yeah, yeah,
in the
yeah.
LMS?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Your proposal format is already given at your exam, the LMS. 3 samples, right? Your proposal should be in that standard.
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
Now can you see my screen, miss?
Can't see. Still can't I can't see this one. Until she fix and settings and all, others can share the screen.
Now can you see the screen, ma'am?
Can't see.
Okay.
Now I can see them.
Madam,
Okay.
can you?
Yeah. Fernando 18D. The impact of hybrid governance on ensuring sustainable accounting quality. Okay, interesting research topic. Show me the research questions and objectives. Who is this? Very interesting research topic. Hybrid governance to ensure the sustainable account. Huh? Okay, questions and objectives. Always you have to mention the question first and then the objective second. Huh? Convert the same questions into the objectives with the objective format. How the impact of hybrid governance. Okay, keep it, Putha, keep it, questions and objectives. The impact of hybrid governance to ensure. So you can develop it how hybrid governance impact on how hybrid governance ensuring sustainable accounting quality in listed manufacturing garment industries in Sri Lanka. First question you can pre-paste like that. Second one, how
Okay,
do the
madam.
governance structure? Can't you hear my voice?
I can hear, madam.
Okay. First question you can rephrase like that, Putha, right? What
Okay.
is the impact of hybrid governance on ensuring sustainable accounting quality in listed manufacturing garment industries in Sri Lanka? Second question, how do the governance structure influence accounting outcomes? How does role trust ethics provide the behavioral players in accountability? How does the combined formal and informal system? What these are these the independent variables?
Yes, madam.
Governance structure, and then trust ethics and proactive behavior, and then the combining formal and informal systems. Are those things your independent variables?
Yes, madam. See there.
Can you show me the the conceptual framework? Do you have
Madam,
the
I didn't.
conceptual framework?
No.
How many independent variables you have?
The independent variable is hybrid governance. It means the
Hmm.
combined formal rules like laws, ownership regulations. Uh,
How many there? Basically, your main independent is the hybrid governance, no? How you are measuring the hybrid governance? Hybrid governance means the formal rules like laws, ownership, regulation with informal accountability. Ne? There are two things. Ne? No, that is ownership, laws and regulation, trust and proactive behavior. Are these things independent variables? මේ independent variables ද පුතා ඔයාගේ? Hybrid governance is your main independent variable. It's clear.
yeah. Under that, yeah,
Under that one, you have sub-independent variable also.
yeah,
Am I correct?
yes,
So then what you want to test? Ownership on the sustainable governance practices, right? Laws and
yeah,
regulation on sustainable accounting practices. Trust on sustainable accounting practices. Proactive behavior on sustainable accounting practices. Last one, reliability on sustainable accounting practices. Is that correct?
yes, madam.
So then you develop, now you go to your questions and objectives. But then take this one very easy. Others also I'm telling that one. Take this one very easy. don't develop too much of comprehensive research questions and objective. For the undergraduate level, you can't do it. Identify independent variables. According to independent variables, by linking the independent variables and the dependent variables, you develop the questions. Based on the question, you recreate your research objectives or converted your questions into the objectives in the objective format. එතකොට ඔයාලට තියෙන variables 4යි questions 4යි objectives 4යි මේක හරිය simply හදාගෙන යන්න. Recommendations අපි questions වලට දාන්නේ නැහැ සාමාන්‍යයෙන්. We are not including recommendations, suggestions. Those things no need to be researched. Those things needed to be given at the end of the research. නිසා අපි ඒවා include කරන්නේ නැහැ. Right? Okay. So then පුතා main question you can keep it as what is the impact of hybrid governance on ensuring sustainable accounting quality in listed manufacturing garment industry in Sri Lanka, right? Then you sub questions, how does the first one, I can't remember, how does the ownership structure influence, remove the word all the students. I'm not again telling you that influence is no need to normally included for the research, right? Influence, effect, affect, no need. We take the measurable word that is only the impact. Impact එක විතරයි අපිට measure කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒතර impact එක word එක විතරයි අපි ගන්න measure කරන studies වල. Influence එහෙම නැත්නම් effect affect කියන දේවල් ගන්න අපිට වෙන studies කරන්න. අපි මේ යන discipline එකේ අපිට ඒවා measure කරන්න ටිකක් අමාරුයි මේ වෙලාවේ. Fourth year second semester dissertations වලට අපිට influence එක measure කරන්න අමාරුයි පුතා. ඒ නිසා අපි ගන්න technical verb එක තමයි impact. එතකොට ඔයාලා ගොඩාක් වෙලාවට influence කියලා දාලා සමහරට base papers වලින් ඔයාලා හම්බ වෙලා තියෙනවද දන්නේ නැහැ, but technically those are wrong as per my understanding, right? So then you can develop the questions very clearly. How we'll remove the word how as well, how also qualitative type question, what, right? You take the word one, what is the impact of ownership on ensuring the sustainable accounting quality in listed manufacturing in Sri Lanka, and then second sub question, what is the impact of laws and regulation on ensuring sustainable accounting quality in listed listed manufacturing garment industries in Sri Lanka. Third one, what is the impact of trust on ensuring sustainable accounting quality. Last one, before the last one, what is the impact of proactive behavior on ensuring sustainable accounting quality. Final one, reliability. What is the impact of reliability on ensuring sustainable accounting quality in listed manufacturing garment industries in Sri Lanka. And then you convert that research questions into the research objectives. Okay.
Yeah, madam.
Okay. Others also you can learn by looking at these things. You can learn. Okay. Sajat ne? Sajat. Okay. Show me the Sajat. You show me the questions and objectives. Topic is okay. Questions and objective.
I'm visible there.
Yeah. Yeah. What are your independent variables, Sajat? How you measure the cloud-based accounting systems? Yes. How you measure the cloud-based accounting system? Are there any independent variables coming under this one?
Madam, tell me again, I can't understand.
What I'm asking is your independent variable is cloud-based accounting system. That is a main independent variable. How you are measuring this cloud-based accounting system? What are the sub-independent variables coming under the cloud-based accounting systems? How you measure cloud-based accounting systems? This is actually not an independent variable. This is a concept. Right? Within this cloud-based accounting system, there might be several independent variables. I'm asking what those independent variables are. Right. Go to your research objectives. Look at here. Questions, right? What is the present state of the implementation of cloud-based accounting system in manufacturing companies in Sri Lanka? How you can identify, how you can answer for this kind of a question? Is this practical? Is this practical? What is the presence of the state of the implementation of cloud-based accounting system in listed manufacturing companies in Sri Lanka? Can you find this one? If you are doing a research, you have to go to each and manufacturing listed companies and then identify their stage of the implementation of cloud-based accounting system. Can we do that? මට පුළුවන්ද මේක කරන්න?
Yeah, yes, madam.
You can do it.
Yeah.
How can you do it? Present state, how can you measure that one? How can you measure that one? Any suggestions? How can you measure? Uta, let me know quickly. How can you measure this? It's too narrow down. It's too broad, Uta. Right? So identifying the present state in the sense it's not a small scope, it's broader one. Right? Your third objective, that is okay. That is simplified one. Sajat, you have to share the screen. Sajat, you have to share the screen, Puta. What happened to him? Okay. So, the advice is don't take these questions and objective too complicated ones. Right? You would identify the questions. Let me share screen. So you get complicated, right? Because of your objectives and question. Don't develop complicated questions and objectives. Follow this one, right? What you want to do always, be simplified. This is not a PhD research. This is a just research. Independent variables. You identify the variables. Variables, right? And then you, based on that one, for example, I just will develop my research is regarding the corporate governance and financial performance. Corporate governance and financial performance, right? Corporate governance is my concept, right? Or the main independent variable. Concept or main independent variable. You know corporate governance? Corporate governance can be measured. Corporate governance is my concept or main independent variable. If you add the class, you understood that one. And then dependent variable, my DV is financial performance, FM, financial performance. Under the corporate governance main variable, I identify audit committee. Audit committee. And then ownership. Right? And risk committee. These are my sub-independent variables. Right? So now what I want to do? I identify the questions and I identify the variables. Audit committee ownership. Audit committee and the other one ownership. මේක මේ ලොකුවට හිතන්න එපා. එතකොට තමයි ඔයාලට මේ වරදින strategies, recommendations ඒවා ගන්න එපා research questions වලට. එතකොට ඔයාලා qualitative research තමයි කරන්නේ. Risk committee. My independent variables. My dependent variable I know that is financial performance. Sorry, questions, research questions. Research questions අපි අදන්නේ research questions. How to develop the research question? What is the impact of my first independent variable? Audit committee on my dependent variable. Financial performance of listed companies, CSE companies. Research objective. ළමයි මේක ලොක් කරගන්න එපා. මේකේ ලොකු දෙයක් නෑ research objectives. අනිත් එක මේක ඔයාලගේ continuous assignment එක 40 marks. You have to keep that, remember. This is not your entire subject, right? Only 40 marks. The other one, 2. Identify the impact of audit committee on financial performance of CSE companies. That's it. That doesn't mean identifying strategies, recommendations, best one. All of these things can be done when you are doing the research. So easily, second question, I will just go through. Right, what is the impact of ownership? My second sub-independent variable is ownership. Ownership on financial performance of the company. So second objective is what is the impact or to identify the impact of ownership on financial performance of CSC companies. That's it. That is only the question's objectives. Right? Same like this, develop the conceptual framework as well. Sometime you might be there or not might be there. Right? Conceptual framework. I have 3 variables in my conceptual framework. Right? Right, you can draw that conceptual framework. 3 variables. I have to. First one, audit committee. In my research, I have 3 variables. Audit committee, ownership. And third one, that is what I have included, ownership, and the other one, can't remember now. And the risk committee. And then financial performance. Right, you link. Audit committee to financial performance, and then ownership to the financial performance, risk committee to the financial performance, and name these. Look at here, Buddha. Question, objectives, and then your conceptual framework, same thing, right? Same thing should be repeated, right? Same thing, research question, same thing converted to the research objectives. Same research objectives and converted research questions and objectives are presented in the conceptual framework. This is your research. Right? If you are mentioning the strategies and all, how can you show those things via the conceptual framework? No, can't do that one. So those are PhD type research. That's why from the beginning onwards, I ask you to don't develop the questions and objectives, whatever the things from the ChatGPT. It gives the PhD or the other research. Right? So just take it very simply, right? Identify the variables like this, converted the variables into questions and objectives by linking each other, and then develop the conceptual framework. That is what it, right? You can review your research questions, objectives, and research topic by drawing these 2 table, right? One table, the first table, and the other one, the conceptual framework. If you can write this one, if you can draw these 2, your research questions and objective table, the first line, and the other one, your operation, the conceptualization, that is it. Nothing complicated things are included in your research topic. This is the really easiest way where you can review your research topic by your own, whether that is correct or wrong. Right now we don't have, just since I have identified several 2-3 cases where you get misleaded. That's why I show you how to develop the research questions and objectives with the conceptualization. The conceptual diagram helps. So then follow the same process and then develop the research topic, and then we'll meet in the next week with the research, the topic. Finalize research topic. I will give the comment on the next week onwards for your 5-minute presentation, right? Yeah, I will upload the one slide format to the LMS, how you can do the presentation on that one. 5-minute presentation, only 5 minutes, right? You have to present what you are going to do. Only 5 minutes. I will upload that presentation slide to the LMS. You can go through.